If you enjoy the Low Scale Gaming podcast, please leave us a like, review, and subscribe. Any feedback is welcomed, and I hope you enjoy the show. So have you ever thought of like having like a car opening? Like you ever hear like a weird car open, like a radio car ad? What if we had one of those for the opener? Like the David Stanley one?
Okay, they've been playing the Khalidi Kia one on repeat, like every
What's that
commercial.
one?
Dang it! Now that you said that, why is I can't pull it up in my head?
I'll tell you what the most annoying one ever was. That stupid Edmund Hyundai one, where they would play the
Edmund Hyundai.
yes, like
That's
that was the worst one.
Car ads are just bad, period. Like, even the national ones, like with the Matthew McConaughey, they're just all bad.
God, it's like I've been driving a Hyundai
a Lincoln.
before it was cool, or Link, whatever it was, whatever stupid thing it was.
It got him on South Park though.
It did. Buckle up, buckaroos.
I
Well, hello and welcome back to the Low Scale Gaming Podcast. We're not going to have any weird opening today. I'm your host, Ghostland's Finest, and as always, I'm joined by Conan Jones and Inferior Mage. Conan, how you doing today?
I'm stinky today.
Ew.
I had to mow the yard and fix a hole in the wall earlier outside, and I just
Conan Jones is punching holes in the wall.
can't confirm.
He's that mad.
Then had to fix it with power tools, so I feel
Proud of you.
manly and whatnot today. But I need to shower because I haven't showered today.
Ew,
And
that's gross.
I'll smell bad.
I went to go buy, I bought 800 pounds of sand today.
Nice. And carried
So
it
that
on your
was-
back.
It was pretty nice. It was only like $30. So like it was pretty good, and then we're gonna use that to fix the pool
Yeah.
because we just I still haven't fixed that pool. I gave up on that pool. Like I got so mad and just
I needed
Was-
some time away from it.
I need to yeah exactly. I told my brother that, and I was just like, I know that we're supposed to get this pool up, but man, I'm so over this stupid pool. Like
It's not happening right now.
we're gonna give it a break for a while. But a while came and went, and then I gave it another little bit. But I finally got it. Not up yet. I got the sand and stuff, but it's too hot out today. I got that sand, and then it's 1,000 degrees outside. So I was just like, let's do this in the morning. And my brother was just like, yeah, that's fine. Let's do this in the morning. So
Even he gave up on it. It's just too
yeah,
hot to care about this.
Hot, like we take care of it in the morning, and then everything will be okay. We'll get it taken care of. It shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah.
But it's been a pretty good week. I don't want to talk. I'll talk about my wins of the week, why it's a good week. But Mage, how are you doing today?
I'm tired. Like, I had some weird bout of insomnia last night, and I just didn't sleep hardly at all. So I've just been kind of meh all day.
Man, I took 3 melatonins last night, and I was just... Oh, dang it.
Hey, Conan's the first one this week. It wasn't me. Man, this hasn't been Conan first in a long time.
Well, I I took 3 melatonins, and I was just out like a light. Baxter did not want to go to bed last night. I just had to throw him in his little kennel, and he was not super happy that I went to bed as early as I did or before he was ready. But I was like,
he's like, I want you to love me now.
Yeah,
this is my time.
Him and Ron
I don't
both
care that we've been playing all day.
They both literally just sleep all day and then don't want to do anything with anybody until 11:45 at night. And it's like, nah, y'all have had your time, and your time is not now.
You have to play when they're ready.
No,
it's not your it's your job to be ready to play with them when they want.
I'm the alpha. I make the rules.
Oh, okay.
To them, I'm the alpha.
Poor Ron. Baxter, man, but poor Ron.
Yeah, he's a jerk.
Ron will always be my favorite. Just because he's a giant butthole.
He is a
That
butt.
pee in your shoes every once in a while.
See, he's never peed in my shoes, but like, I cleaned off my desk the other day just because like they're wanting to try to get us out of the office pretty quick. So I was looking at trying to take one of my work monitors home, and if I was gonna have space on my desk for it or not. So I was having to clean my desk off. So my floor has all of my like random cords and my headsets for like my work phone or my earbuds for my heads. My goodness gracious, I cannot talk.
Talking's hard.
My earbuds for my work phone, as well as like my cord from my work phone, like a random cord that came with one of my fans, and it's all just kind of sitting on the floor. And Ron was in here yesterday, just like going to town, chomping on these stupid cords. And then I'd yell at him and kind of like shoo him away, and he gets underneath my desk and is like chewing on my laptop cord.
What are you gonna do now?
I was, all right, chew through it. Like, you're only gonna get zapped once, and you'll never do that again. But then I have to replace the cord and you after you get through it. I don't want to do either.
Get a little spray bottle to spray them.
See, like,
yeah, that might be what you have to do.
We have one, and he doesn't. It doesn't phase him anymore. Like, oh, cool, I get a bath now. Awesome, thanks, Dad. Like,
did you ever spray him in the face?
Yeah. Like, and we made sure to get the squirt bottle that has the laser mode on it and not just the mist mode.
Yeah.
And just like between the eyes, up his nose, like nothing.
Man.
I was like, dude, you are a boss. Like,
dude, Vader hates it when that happens.
See, like, Baxter hates it too, but Ron just doesn't care, man. He just takes it in stride.
He's just like, it's water. You got anything else?
Yeah.
My cat, though, like, my cat was being kind of annoying yesterday, and she was just knocking stuff over just to lay on it. Like,
yeah.
Like, you just lay anywhere on anything. It like she won't lay on the ground, but she'll lay on literally anything. Like, she literally knocked off a manila envelope and just laid on the manila envelope instead of laying on the ground.
Yep.
And I just sitting there, it's like, how's that any more comfortable than laying on the ground?
I mean, she's not getting that dirty. Gotta look at it from her point of view, okay?
But it's just like literally, there's so many better places to lay down, but you're just gonna lay down like a piece of paper.
Yeah. Cats are dumb, man.
Dead cat.
Vader has made his own place on the couch finally, and like if we move like the pillow or whatever that he has, he gets mad and will just put it right back almost. It's pretty adorable. I mean, he's fine to have his own spot. It's funny whenever we're trying to clean up and it has like I'll move that pillow, he'll just move it and just be be rough about, be mean about it.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, dude, like, we get it.
Need you to calm down.
Right? Like, you don't need to be a douche about it, okay? Like, I get that you like laying there, it's fine.
No,
but
I have to be a douche about it.
Yeah, like, I need to have this place to look nice because, you know, my grandma's coming over. And then Vader met my grandma and then jumped on her. So, you know, couldn't do anything about that.
Yeah, that's kind of par for the course.
You know, that's who Vader is. I tried telling her. I was just like, hey, he's going to jump on you. That's what he does. And I was like, why haven't you trained him better to not do it? I mean, he doesn't do it to me. So,
yeah.
I don't know. Everyone seems to just give me so much crap about me not, like, training him better to like, not jump on people, but I'm just like, it's not like he's going to bite people and he's a puppy. He's not even 6 months old.
Yeah,
like
that's what I'm just like. He's a dog. He's not a show pony. Like,
yeah, exactly. Like, I'm not gonna like just have him just chill out, man. Like, he's a good dog. Like, he's pretty smart. Like he rings the you know those bell things you told me to get?
Yeah, on the
He
back
does
door.
that every time he has to go out. Like he's a smart dog.
Baxter's gotten to where he'll ring those bells and hit them just to hear them ding, but not actually go outside. And it's like, nah, dude, you hit the bells like you're going out. Like, that's not how this game's playing.
Like you going outside, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
But no, it's been a good week.
Good.
I'll get to why in a little bit. But let's go ahead and jump into our fails of the week. Conan Jones, what is your fail? Or no, you want to go last. Inferior Mage, what is your fail of the week?
I guess just not sleeping very well. Like, it just kind of sucks.
Yeah.
I enjoy. I have a much better day when I have a good night's rest. So.
Can confirm. Not that you do, but I do. I guess I was agreeing. That's a weird way for me to say that I agree with what you said.
See, I just, if I don't get enough sleep, I just go back to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't take naps, though. Like, my body will not allow me to take naps.
That's so weird. If I couldn't take naps, my life would be absolutely awful.
Yeah, you would die. Like
a naps is like a vital part of my day.
Yeah, and I know we've talked about this before, but like, unless I'm like sick, and I'm running a fever or have like some ridiculous migraine,
you can't nap.
I can't sleep. I can't sleep during the day.
I remember you saying that. I feel bad. Like naps are like, whew.
That's a cornerstone of your personality. Like,
yeah, like I woke up this morning, got breakfast, and took a nap. Got up and then went. I texted y'all to see when we was doing this today, and then went to Lowe's. Like that was my day. I feel so good, but I'm not trying to like make fun or like not missing like your day or you're not sleeping is not important. I'm just saying like sleep, like taking a nap is a very. It's the cornerstone of my day.
Yeah. All right, Ghost, what's your fail this week?
All right, so my fail this week involves my house. I guess it's just like falling apart because I think it's the food process or the food whatever the thing you flip the switch and it like
garbage disposal.
Garbage disposal stopped working. I think because one side the side of the sink that has the garbage disposal in it doesn't drain, but the other side does drain still and drains pretty fast. So I don't think I have anything stuck in my like drainage and anything. I think I just have stuff stuck in my garbage disposal. But the garbage
gotta clean it out.
I'm not cleaning it out. That's gross.
Would you rather pay somebody to come clean it out?
No, I'd rather just tell my renter to do it and he'll pay somebody to come clean it out. Why would I pay? That's why I rent.
But you don't tell them that you need to clean out the garbage disposal. Just tell them that your sink is not draining. Yeah. You don't know what's wrong.
I don't want to mess with it and break it.
That's exactly what I'm going to tell them.
Man,
but the other thing is like my garage door stopped. Like the other day, it was yesterday. I was going out to go get some Brahms breakfast for me and my brother and Vader. I give Vader a sausage biscuit every time I go to Brahms now. Is that bad?
If it's just a biscuit and sausage, it's probably not the worst thing you can give him.
Yeah, that's all it is. I just give him that. It's not like I give him like a full course meal or anything.
Yeah.
It's something tonight. I mean, I'm trying to give him a little bit more people food just so he can get a taste of what we have, I guess. But
he's part of the family.
Yeah, exactly. Part of the family. So he gets to have what we have. Kind of my thing about it. I don't know if I'm weird like that or if that's weird.
I mean, I give my dogs leftovers all the time. I don't usually go out to buy them people food, but I mean, I'll give them people food.
I'll get him food from. Usually, I get him a sausage biscuit from Brahms, or if we go to McDonald's, I get him a 6-piece nugget. Is that weird too?
I just don't buy human food for
Baxter.
Yeah, it's something that I don't think it's weird. I know a lot of people that do stuff like that, similar at least. I just don't do it.
I don't know. I just like Vader being a part of the family and he's a good boy.
Yeah, that's fine.
Anyways,
Do you?
but yeah, my garage door also stopped opening too, and I just pulled the emergency latch and locked the garage door. So wait until Monday to call my landlord about that too.
Just do it all at once.
Yeah, just like, hey, the house is falling apart. I
Help.
just noticed this over the weekend. What do you want me to do?
Yeah, help
And
me.
but at least this time it's not. Hey, I need an air conditioner like it
Yeah,
was last summer. So
this one's pretty simple in comparison.
so, yeah, like God, that last summer was awful. You go in there, you look at this, you go look at this AC, and it has a musket right next to it. You know it's seen some things.
Now we're stretching.
Yeah, I know. I thought that was going to be a lot more funnier. It wasn't.
It's all right.
You go
All
to
right.
that old AC.
We've all right. We've literally run the mill of the AC jokes now.
Yeah.
You go to this AC, and you see 40 packs of cigarettes that are completely empty all around it.
See, that doesn't make sense. That's just calling it a smoker. That's not calling it old though.
It's dying from lung cancer.
No, yeah, we're stretching. All right, all right. The AC joke is literally as dead like the old AC.
Like the AC.
We've reached the pinnacle of the AC jokes.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, but it's okay. I mean, it's out of the things that could happen. That if I'll take that out of anything else that's been going on.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
all right, Conan, what's your fail this week?
So on Friday, I went in the morning. I had a meeting scheduled with the family. Went out at 10 o'clock. Talked with them. Everything went good. I was like, "Hey." I went to the car and called my supervisor so I could staff before I could leave like I normally do. So I got her on the phone. She said, "Hey, I've got the district director on the line. I'm gonna merge you in." And it, not really that big of a deal because my supervisor and the director are like best buds and they're always talking to each other.
Right.
So it was just kind of a normal thing. So merge in, and she said, "Hey, somebody in the office tested positive for COVID. When was the last time you saw that person?" I was like, it's been like 2 weeks or so, just because that person never comes to the office. Like, so they were like, "Well, since she tested positive, like you need to go test also, and like you need to not be at the office and go home because the office is closed now." So
Yeah.
your boy is on quarantine until I can get tested on Tuesday.
Oh my God.
Yay.
So like I had paperwork due on Monday or on Friday for a fifth day for a pickup that we did, and just like the big important paperwork that has to be turned in on time for the judges to see and stuff. And I couldn't, it was in the office. I left it in the office Friday morning before I went to that house because I was going to come back and finish it after my appointment. And while I was out, they shut the office down and said, "Hey, nobody's allowed in the office, period. Go home." And I was like, 95% of my stuff is on my desk right now, and the other 5% is in my front chair of my car because I just did these interviews with this family. Like, how do I do my job because you won't let me into the building? They're just like, "Well,"
So who was it that has the COVID? Was it somebody at your work or was it one of the people you interviewed?
it was one of my coworkers that tested positive because they were out with one of their friends. It wasn't even contracted like through DHS exposure. It was just that person went and hung out with one of their friends over the weekend or something, and that friend had got it from somebody else. So then it just kind of trickled downhill. Yeah, it wasn't a family that DHS works with.
Yeah.
Which I kind of thought was ironic because that's what everybody was freaking out about right at the get-go. That,
right.
We need to not have this footprint and all that sort of stuff, which makes sense, but...
So do you interact with this worker a lot?
Normally I do, but just because everybody's been teleworking, that person is one of the ones who is just strictly working at home because they hate being at the office.
Yeah.
So like normally I am around that person more frequently, but here because of COVID, they've been staying at home more. Um, but even then, like whenever they are there, their desk is far enough away from mine that it's six farther than 6 feet away. So even if we're
So
talking,
you don't think? Do you think you have it, or you
oh
think you're
no,
just? You
I
think you're
think I'm,
okay?
yeah, I think I'm fine. I feel it because I hadn't seen that person in such a long time that I couldn't really remember when it actually was that I saw them.
Right.
And I'm just like, if I had it, I feel like I would have already shown some symptoms.
Well, how
Like
long ago was it?
it was
Like,
like almost 2 weeks ago now that
okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. You would have said, yeah. I think you have symptoms like after like what, a week? I think.
something like that.
It's 7 to 14 days.
But
Oh,
as like I'm on the tail end of the window of showing symptoms, but like I had a follow up appointment at my doctor on Wednesday, and everything
mhm.
was fine. They don't do the testing there anyway, but um, I called them and they're just like, hey, I need to get a COVID test. Is that through you guys? They're like, oh no, you have to go to the state health department. They have like a drive through clinic down at OU
Yeah,
Med.
I've seen a couple here in my town too. So like,
Uh, but I called them on Friday, and of course they're booked up until Tuesday, but you can't make an appointment for Tuesday until Monday. So
so you have to call tomorrow.
yeah, so I
Jesus
have to call
Christ.
tomorrow morning to get an appointment set up for sometime Tuesday to go drive through and get this test done, and hopefully get the results back pretty quick so I can like go to the office and do my job.
Mm. Man, that's rough. I couldn't imagine if I got it. Like I would just freak out. And
Because like
well,
my
hopefully you don't end up having it.
Yeah, because like my deal right now is like I feel fine. Like nothing's changed other than me not being able to get into the office to get my paperwork. Like
Right.
that was my biggest frustration because like I not that I put off doing that paperwork, but I knew I had time to get it done on Friday after my appointment. So that was
Hmm.
my scheduled time to get that done, and then I couldn't. Like so then it looks like crappy on me because I haven't didn't get my stuff done, but it's
Yeah.
kind of out of my control at that point.
Well, I think hopefully things turn out okay for you,
Oh yeah.
and you don't end up having it. Like, and then you can get back doing your work and stuff, so you don't get in trouble. I mean, are they gonna like? Are they gonna reprimand you for like not being able to do your work?
So that's what I told my supervisor. I was like, "Hey, I've got this paperwork that's due today, and I've got like 3 cases that I have to initiate today, but you're telling me to go home and not do anything. Like, what's going on?" She
What
was
do I
like,
do?
"Yeah." She's like, "Okay, well, your cases will get transferred out, and we'll make that paperwork stuff figured out. We'll figure it out." And I was like, "Okay, like as long as you know that I'm telling you that it's not getting done today on time because you're telling me to do this other stuff, like
Yeah,
as long as we're on the same page, I'm cool with that. Like it still hurts me to not have it done, but because it's not just me getting in trouble with my supervisor, it's this kid's placement that needs to be
it's
documented and like official.
right.
But so yeah, we're that was kind of my fail this week.
That's. I mean, that's probably a lot worse than either one of me or Mages right now. So I'm glad that at least it's something. I mean, I'm glad that hopefully you can get it taken care of, and it's not going to be nightmarish to get resolved.
Yeah, that's what I'm
So,
hoping. Hoping we'll be all right. So
all right, let's go ahead and jump into topic one. Conan Jones, this is your year's ones this week.
okay, I'm just kind of making a note of time so we're kind of on the same page. I
Mhm.
wanted to talk band stuff again. Crazy enough.
We
Um,
haven't done that
I
forever.
know. So one of the things I was listening to, I'm kind of just playing catch up from COVID backlog of podcasts now that I'm
Hmm.
out driving again. And they were talking about their curriculum, and since were having to change how they were teaching and what they were actually teaching, to then taking that time to revamp and revisit their curriculum and what their structure for stuff. And I know we've kind of talked about it a little bit, but if we were to like break this down into like a multi segment thing and like make a list of what you would want your kids to know by what point of the year, like, so I know me and
See,
you
I've never really thought of that before, to be honest. Like, I just kind of,
went.
went with it and then just kind of went with the flow. But, like, if we did do something like that, I think that actually would be really helpful for me, like, in the long run, just to, like, have a lot better game plan. And then, like, if, like, something like this happens again, where COVID happens again, to where, like, I can't be in the classroom, that, like, I could do this with them, or I could do something to change it around online.
Yeah. So I know you and I talked about it a little bit beforehand, but Mage, does that kind of make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay. That was a very like Dr. Phil, but like a audio book. Okay.
He's like, "Yeah, let's do it," and then he just okay, all right. All right, so let's start. Where would you say would be a good starting place with this? Like the beginning, or like what would the end goal be for like 12th grade? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so, like it's a very, I don't know, I wouldn't say difficult, but just determining where you want to start determines on where you want to end too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, do we want the goal to them being like just like as well enough to like just jump into like college playing, or do we want the goal for them to just to be like all staters?
Well, if you're ambitious,
There
the
we
goal
go.
would always be to get them to All-State.
There we go. I'll tell you this right now. I don't think any of my kids are gonna want to do all state.
That's fair.
Like
It's
not.
like
I know
how
a couple of
it's
them
like
could if they put forth the effort, but none of them are gonna want to put forth the effort.
oh, that's where I'm at. I'm like, you could do the optimistic way where it's like, I want to push these kids because I think they can make All-State and I was where I want them to be. Or you could be the realistic way and they're like, these are kids. They're going to be dumb no matter what I do. I will make sure that they know what they need to by the end of the year.
I'm not calling my kids dumb.
I'm calling all kids dumb.
Lazy.
I'm calling all kids dumb.
Okay. I'm saying that a couple of my kids just can't have the ability to do it, but don't want to do it because they're lazy.
Yeah, because
it's not even necessarily
lazy.
It's just not what's important to them, I suppose. But
it's not the culture of your school yet. Like,
yeah, exactly. That's what I should have said. That's a better way to say it.
That's the smart way to say it. what you had in your brain.
Yeah.
So I guess since you're the only teacher at the moment, let's use your school as our kind of talking points.
All right.
So I kind of agree with Mage. Like, I agree with both of you. Like, your kids would have the potential, but I think having that mindset of I'm going to get all of my kids to make All-State is unrealistic and not worth the struggle right now. You know what I mean?
Right.
So if your goal was to be like, I want them all to try out for all region band. Not even to make it, but I want them to all try out at least.
See, that would be a good goal to have, I think.
And then like the next year, I want 25% of my band that it tries out for all region to make all region. And just kind of slowly, incrementally adjust those goals.
Mm-hmm.
I think one good goal you could do for like period and keep it for the rest of your time teaching though is by the time a student hits 12th grade and they're planning on going to college, that they're competent enough to try out for that college band to get a scholarship.
Okay. I think that's a good goal to have.
Like, if you're not aiming for All-State, but they're aiming that if they can try out for a school within reason, obviously. I mean, North Texas will obviously have harder tryouts than
SWASU.
even SWASU or NSU or something like that. But they can go and try out to a school that is reasonably okay or something that they want to go to, and they have a good chance of getting a scholarship there. And I think that's probably a good goal to get to your 12th grade before they graduate, that they could try out and get a scholarship.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Even if they don't go in music in their future, they have that money for college, and it helps them out in the long run for their life, and so on.
Okay, that's a good goal to have. Good. That's a really good goal to have. I'm on board with that. All right. So what would be a good start? So let's start with my band. Let's start with my fifth and sixth grade class. That's technically supposed to be beginning band, but it's more of a general music class. So what do you think?
Do they have instruments, or is it just like theory?
It's more like what my principal told me to do was more having them get up and move around. I'm glorified PE, to be completely honest.
Yeah.
So if we wanted to move to just doing seventh grade and on up band, which would be my beginning band, I'm perfectly okay with that.
Yeah, let's start with your seventh grade, since that's where they start with instruments.
Yeah.
And then we can kind of get into, what do you want them to know before coming into seventh grade and having instruments in their hand? Let's start there.
Right. Okay. So what I want them to know is, I want them to know, to be honest, I want them to know where the notes are, like on both clefs. I feel like that might be a little much to ask fifth to sixth graders, but just
teach them to read music. I think that's a fair goal.
A what? Teaching them to arrange music?
Read music.
Oh yeah, okay. I swear I thought you said arrange music.
I'm sorry. I'll apologize. It was probably some kind of diction thing. No, I think that's a good goal. Read music at the very least. Okay. Every kid should learn to do that.
To at least know this is an F and this is an E, and
where this is at on the scale. I think that's a good one to have.
Okay.
Let's see. And knowing different note links too, like quarter notes. Probably eighth notes up to whole notes. Probably a good thing to know for beginners. Is eighth notes up to quarter notes. I mean, eighth notes up to whole notes, and having the dotted beat added in there as well.
Okay,
that's another good goal for them to have. But other than that, that's like, even if it's just like clapping the rhythm and being able to count with the one, being able to count. Would that go under note values too, as being able to count? Or would that
counting? How would you say that? Counting foundation is set. Like they know how to count.
Like they know we count here in my town 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Not 1 tay, 2 tay, not anything else like that. Like we're not gonna get into eighth or triplets yet or anything else.
That's just the counting foundation is set. They know how to count and speak rhythms.
Yeah. That's good. That's good.
Any sort of like classroom management stuff, like how you act. Is your fifth and sixth grade kids in the same room that your seventh grade beginning band would be?
No, it's not.
Okay, so maybe kind of setting those expectations of how you act in the room.
Like how if I'm on the podium, nobody talks, kind of thing.
Stuff like that.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's probably good classroom management right there. I wish I had, like, for the most part, I have pretty good classroom management. It's a couple kids that not ruin it, but just haven't got on board with it.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I would say let's see, I have almost 20 kids. Two of them are the ones that are the most. So, boy, is that probably about 10%, I guess. 90% of my kids are on board with my classroom management. Okay, so that's a good number. I'm happy to have.
Yeah.
When I'm on my podium stand, there's no playing, there's no talking. Because as soon as I ask them where am I at, everybody stops. It's like Vader with the bells. When I ask them where am I at, it is silent.
Yeah. Ooh, excuse me. Okay.
So yeah, that's probably good to know for 5th to 6th grade. Yeah, I think that's a
classroom expectations and just how the room operates.
yeah.
Okay, so if that's your list for coming in to beginning band,
Mhm.
how much time beginning of the year do you take dedicated to making sure those are still there? Does that make sense?
What do you mean?
Like remediation and just making sure, do you take like a week or 2 weeks to get to go over notes on the clefs again, or notes on the staff, and this is an eighth note, it gets half a beat, and hey, this is how we count, and just kind of getting all that back in their brains?
Probably about 2 weeks or stuff like that. Just in the beginning of 7th grade, man. You mean?
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be 2 weeks of that. That sounds pretty good. Like remedial first 2 weeks of it, and then once September hits is whenever we start doing when we start doing like basic stuff with the instruments,
Yeah.
and then uh that's probably a good one. October is probably whenever we'd start like working towards our because I'm not going to do marching band this year. I'm not going to do marching band because I don't think I'm going to. Well, I don't even know if I'm actually going to be able to do band, to be honest, because of the whole COVID stuff. And my room's really small, so like I guess this is more of a if I do have band kind of thing.
Yeah.
Uh, but we'll do a remedial thing with that. Or October is whenever we start going through. We'll start going through more of the book and everything like that. The essential elements books, playing through that and getting down what we need to get down. And November's probably well. It depends on how many beginners I have. If I have enough beginners, then I would try to do my own like middle school concert. But I usually don't. It's usually just like everybody's together. So November is probably where I start to do do music, do like introduce them to the rest of the band. Probably like mid October is whenever I'll start passing out Christmas music. I usually pass out Christmas music probably around like let's say depending on how difficult it is, I usually pass out difficult pieces first. And depending on what it is, I would pass out either middle of October, but no later than the day after Halloween. That's usually whenever I start my Christmas music.
Yeah.
Is the day after Halloween. I think that's a good.
Mine was always just structured based off of when marching contest was, and once we're done with marching stuff, then we transition to inside sit down band. But
Yeah,
you don't have that gauge.
right. And then December is obviously Christmas concert, and then by then January to March is like contest season, and these kids are in the These kids have to be in the contest band with us. Like January is when we. I don't know. Can't I pass out music for contests before Christmas,
Uh,
or is that not legal?
I'm not sure.
Because I thought about doing it last year, but then I couldn't ever find out if like there was anything against doing that, so I didn't do it. I did pass out like solo and ensemble music though.
Oh yeah, solo and ensemble stuff can be out for as long as you want it to.
Okay.
contest music, though, I know you can't have performed it before any, like, within, like, a certain amount of time, like a year or two, couple years. I don't know if there's the kids can't have the music for so long before the performance, though.
Okay. Because I was going to do that, but then I decided against it because I thought that might be kind of. I didn't want to get in trouble, even though I don't think anybody would like come and
Make
check
sure.
on us. Yeah, but I didn't.
I think you can give your kids music that you might want to play for contests and stuff.
Yeah.
Like they can sight read and everything. I don't think there's anything set in stone. Also, who's gonna know?
I know,
If you
but
start before Christmas.
Okay, listen. For myself, I'll cut any lines I can for myself. Okay? Like, I'll cut any corners I can to get ahead. But with my kids, I'm going to make sure we do everything completely by the books. Because I don't want them to get in trouble for anything.
Well, I'm pretty sure I've seen other band directors start contest music before Christmas.
Yeah.
But they also start Christmas music at the same time.
But
they still do their Christmas concert.
Okay. That's just me. Like, I'll cut corners for myself in my personal life. I don't care. Okay? Like, it's whatever I can get ahead. But for my kids, I'm not going to do that for them. Like, my kids are always going to get the full effort from me.
To be fair, though, like, practicing sight reading and stuff should be probably done, like, yearly, even still. Like, there's definitely stuff, even if you can't practice your contest music, there's definitely stuff that you can practice that would be beneficial for contests.
I want to get these books. I forgot what they were called, but there was these books that they had where I was what's the student teaching at that was really helpful and beneficial, and I really want to get those books, but I don't, for the life of me, I can't remember what it is. Oh, everything that's in 7th and 8th grade, or 7th grade, also put in 8th grade. Because they're going to be together no matter what.
So your 7th and 8th are combined into one class?
Yes. So they just have to go through the same remedial thing. Now, but that's pretty good. Now my high school band, it comes in. I guess we could do a little bit of like the beginning for everybody. For like August is just the same thing, remedial. See what scales we remember, see what notes we remember, see if we remember our warm-ups. Maybe do a chorale or two just to throw it in there. But that would be the same for them too. Now when it gets to like September, this is whenever it gets a little bit different for them because I want to say for 11th and for the kids that have done a solo and ensemble before, so 10th grade on up, I want them to be working towards being able to like audition for the different regional bands that's there, like Shortgrass and I don't think Swab does my district, but I want them to be working towards that to regional bands. Yeah, from 10th grade on up.
What group would you be a part of if not Swabda?
Is it Swabda that's is the Southwest District or?
Yeah, you should.
I don't know.
Yeah,
okay.
Because the Swabda's auditions are always in Altus in November.
Okay, so yeah, Swabda. Yeah. Anyways, I want to do that for them. That's in 10th grade on up for those ones. And start working on that, getting them a solo piece to work on. Does it matter if they did it at the OSAA? Or does it need to be like a whatchamacallit, like a brand new solo they haven't done before?
What do you mean, like at OSSAA?
Oh, when they audition, I've never auditioned for a regional band, so I don't even know how that works.
Oh no, it's usually like your district would select music and be like, hey, the trombones are playing line 47 out of the Tekeli book, and the flutes are playing line 46 in the A flat scale out of this page. And
oh, okay, I didn't know that.
It's pretty much like how we did honor or like a symphonic band and went ensemble stuff at SWASU. And they had stuff like marked out at the door and.
Okay, I thought we had to have something like prepared to do. That's a little bit easier. Okay.
Well, I mean, it's still prepared, but I mean, it's.
I know, but I meant like a solo prepared for these things.
Yeah, no, it's all like technical. There's a technical, lyrical, and scales and chromatic.
Mm.
If
Okay,
it's still the same as whenever I went through it and was teaching it.
Right. Okay, but yeah, I want them to be working towards that. And then October's whenever we start work. My biggest thing is we probably need to sight read a little bit better.
Yeah, let's call it good for right there and kind of give it some more
pick
thought.
It up next week.
And pick it up next week since we're kind of
into
the high school.
This has been really good conversation. Yeah. This has actually been really helpful for me. I stopped doing what I was doing to have this conversation.
Fair enough. Yeah, because we're sitting at about 45 minutes, give or take.
Oh, yeah. So. We still got to talk about the PS5.
So, all right, we'll jump out. We'll pick that up next week again. So,
okay, that's a good.
And now it's time for the Wi-Fi router.
Oh my god! I most definitely rather have a Wi-Fi router than a refrigerator.
I agree.
They're all. You're gonna be honest. They're gonna sit on your shelf and collect dust while you're playing video games on it. I mean, it ain't gonna do anything.
I don't know. Really matter. I like how it like future. Okay, so the PS5 had its reveal finally. It got memed to death already. Like, but at least these memes are like funny and like making fun of its design or whatever, and like just like making it look like Perfect Sale from Dragon Ball Z or Chronica from Mortal Kombat 11. Okay, those are funny. Okay. Now, the difference is that what people were doing with the Xbox was making it into a trash can. So, I mean, I'm much rather being compared to video game characters and anime characters than, a trash can. Anyways, PS5 came out. It looked really weird. But I can dig the whole futuristic big brain look of 2030, it looks like.
I think it's supposed to be like a V for 5.
Yeah, I think it is. It looks really good to me, to be honest. I really like it. But that's also, I'm fanboy, so I can't really say much there either.
We know, Ghost. We know.
The games they had looked really good too. There's another Ratchet and Clank coming out, which is.
I'm excited for that new Spider-Man.
So that's people's been on the fence about that new Spider-Man. I don't know why. Like people were just like, "Oh, but is it Spider-Man 2 or what is it?" It's a
Miles Morales, man.
Miles Morales. Okay, if you don't know who Miles Morales is, he came out in 2011 in Alternative Spider-Man universe where Peter Parker died, and then Miles Morales got the power. Radioactive power.
Watch the movie. Yeah, watch the movie Into the Spider-Verse. First of all, probably one of the top 3 best Spider-Man movies ever made. Into the Spider-Verse is, and it explains Miles Morales really easily.
Yeah,
it's a good movie.
Power break. What's the best Spider-Man movie? Because I think we're gonna disagree.
Into the Spider-Verse, I think, is my personal favorite. But
do you think it's better than Spider-Man 2?
Yeah. Yeah, no. Honestly, I personally enjoy Into the Spider-Verse more. I'm not saying Spider-Man 2 is bad. Don't get me wrong. I like Spider-Man 2. There's a lot of good things going on in Spider-Man 2. Mm-hmm. I just personally like Into the Spider-Verse a little bit.
So here's my top 3 Spider-Man movies, okay? Spider-Man Homecoming is number 1. Spider-Man 2 is my second favorite movie. And then Into the Spider-Verse is number 3. That's my personal list.
All of those are good. There's nothing like, honestly, those Homecoming, I don't know. Like, I really like Far From Home as well. I think the new Marvel Spider-Man they've done Spider-Man in the new Marvel MCU has been pretty good. Honestly.
Yeah, I'm not denying that. They did a good job with that. But it's what I like is I love the news. They've done a great job with the new Spider-Man. Anyways, we're getting off topic. So
that's true.
So it came out. It had pretty good. I think it had pretty good games for it. Horizon Zero Dawn 2 is coming out for it. What else was there?
The remake of Demon Souls.
I saw that. I was sitting there. I was watching it with my friend, and I was just like, "Is this Demon Souls?" And he was just like, "No, it's no way. It's Demon Souls. It's not the same director as the original Demon Souls, or something like that." And I was like, "I'm pretty sure this is Demon Souls." And might you know it, it comes up, and then we both like freak out because like those are like some of his favorite games. But he was like, "But it's not the same people that made it." And I was like, "Oh, I mean, I don't know who made it. It just I knew it was It looked like it was Demon Souls. It's really weird."
The people that are making this remake of Demon Souls made the remake of Shadow of the Colossus.
Oh, really?
And people loved that remake of Shadow of the Colossus.
It was a good remake.
So
it was pretty good.
So there's pretty high hopes for this one because it's a good company that did.
Yeah. Like I said, while it's not my cup of tea, but you know, it's cool. It looked pretty good. There was that game where you play as a stray cat, in like that robot future thing, whatever, where like robot head, like they had like robot like talking heads or whatever. That was really cool too to look at. It was called Stray. That looked interesting. Let's see what else was it. The Ratchet and Clank one. I love Ratchet and Clank. There's not a time in my life where I'm going to be like, yeah, Ratchet and Clank looks awful. Like,
I feel really dumb with the Ratchet and Clank things, like, because I played the crap out of the first two when I was little younger, and like I didn't realize that all of the titles were like
innuendos.
Yeah, innuendos and like stupid little puns like that.
I mean, Up Your Arsenal is pretty kind of obvious, isn't it?
Oh yeah, like looking back now, I'm just like, holy crap! Like, why did I not put that together? Like,
yeah, like I love it that there's just innuendos in there. Up Your Arsenal is probably my favorite innuendo for it.
It is a pretty good one.
A crank in time or whatever. That's another funny one. But yeah, Ratchet and Clank looks awesome. They're the one I was not. What did they open with? They opened with something that was dumb. That I was just like, why would you open with that? And then showed off. Oh, they opened with GTA 5.
Yes, like another remake of
GTA 5. Nobody wants another GTA 5 game. Just make GTA 6.
Yeah, like, that was funny.
Jesus Christ!
Here we come with another update for GTA 5. Okay.
Like, you can't get too mad at them for it because it's literally making them millions of dollars by just having microtransactions. And it's stupid as hell that they're making this much money from it, but it is what it is. They're putting out what people want to play, apparently.
I just think it's hilarious because this isn't even the first time they came out with an updated version of GTA 5.
Rockstar is basically becoming the new Bethesda now.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's like Disney coming out with all their old stuff again, just live action.
Yeah. God.
Some of those have been pretty good.
Which ones have been good?
I liked the Lion King one. The Beauty and the Beast one was good.
Person that liked the Lion King one because
I have high hopes for the Mulan one because Mulan's like one of my favorite Disney movies.
Mulan's pretty good. I'm mad there's no Mushu, but
I hope the Mulan one's good.
I was not a fan of Aladdin. Like,
yeah, the Aladdin one was bad.
You and like everybody else coming in.
Yeah.
Way to be just like everybody else.
I'm basic.
I haven't seen the Aladdin one.
Yeah, I haven't either. I can't put any judgment on that one. I just know that everybody hates it too. So,
see, I just saw bits and pieces of it. I think it was like on TV, or my wife was watching it off of Disney Plus or something like that, and I just saw parts of it. And it was weird. Like, it's weird
that
seeing Genie like not played by
Robin Williams and it being Will Smith. Like,
yeah. Like,
to be fair though, I know everyone ragged on how Will Smith looked as the Genie. I don't think Will Smith looked that bad as the Genie.
I don't think it looked bad. It was I couldn't get over it that it wasn't Robin Williams. Like, and I know that's probably a personal bias.
But I mean, that was my issue with the two. That it wasn't Robin Williams.
Can't really do anything about that though.
So. Yeah. And I mean that's a hard role to cover and to be and have to get over that no matter who would have taken that. Like, power to Will Smith for thinking that was going to be a good idea, but I don't think that was a good idea.
It wasn't. He shouldn't have done that. But I mean, he made money off of it, so what can you say?
Yeah.
Will Smith always makes money no matter what. If there's one thing Will Smith is good at, it's making money.
That's fair.
But see, what else was there?
See, I don't guess I saw much of this. I just saw like the reveal trailer. And
why did you watch the whole thing? I told you to.
Yeah, and then I watched the thing that I watched. It was just like, oh, hey, here's the actual console, and here's.
It was like an hour-long thing showing off different games and everything.
Okay, the only
You're
one.
Not our dad, Ghost.
The only one I saw. Yeah, the only one I saw was just like the 5-minute like. Showing off the physical console.
No, like it was showing off like all the like the good stuff.
Okay.
When is God of War 2 coming out?
God, everybody won't shut up about that. It's probably not coming out for a while.
And that's all I want, man.
There's other games that are coming out besides stupid God of War.
God of War is amazing. It's not stupid.
It's not that the God of War game that came out earlier or last year or whatever isn't even the best God of War game that came out. Okay?
Oh, shut your mouth. It is the best.
The best God of War game is God of War 3.
No, the best one is the one that just came out.
No, it's not. God of War 3 is better than it.
Hardcore. The best one was the most recent one.
No, it's not. It's okay to be wrong, Paige.
It's so good. The Kratos.
I'm not saying it's not a good game. I like it. It was we gave it Game of the Year, I think. Right?
It was either between God of War or Spider-Man.
It was between
That was a good year.
It made you really feel like Spider-Man.
Shut up. Makes you really feel like Kratos.
Yeah, you really feel like Kratos.
But
I really feel like a God of War.
It wasn't better than God of War 3. That's my opinion.
I don't think I ever played number 3. I think my PlayStation years were over before I got to God of War 3.
God of War 3 is such a good game. Like, it's basically just Kratos killing everybody.
I mean,
I know, but like this one's like
more so than the other ones.
Yes, like this is like mass murder.
It's
Kratos.
It's like genocide.
It is.
I love it.
It's taking out all of the gods. It's awesome. Like, people will sit there and say like, "Oh, he's just bloodlusted, killing everything. There's no story to it or whatever." I'm just like, the story is he's getting his revenge. Okay,
that was the story of the first one. That's why he became God of War, because he got his revenge against Ares.
Yeah, like
after that, what was the point?
He's got to get even with Zeus for turning on him, because he was trying. God of War 2 is about him like trying to fill the void, because he was the first one was that he was doing his revenge on Ares, so the gods would make him forget what he did to his daughter and his wife. That was the first one. And then they said they couldn't do it, so he felt betrayed. So then he went on the warpath, just killing everybody to try to make himself feel better. Which, yeah, Kratos isn't supposed to be a hero you like. Yeah. He's the protagonist, but it doesn't make him the hero. He's an anti-hero. And even then, he's not supposed to be a hero you like. You're not supposed to sit there and agree with him. Okay?
Yeah, Mage.
Hack and slash and kill everybody. Which is why I like the newest God of War, because it actually had a story and character development.
It's still just basically him just killing everything. It's just him teaching Atreus to kill everything, too.
It's still really good.
It is, like, that's the thing, is I'm not saying that they were bad games. Like, that's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying that, like, the third game's better.
Ghost
Is
hates
Last
God
of Us
of
2
War.
coming out this week?
Yes, that's where we'll get to that later. That's coming out
The
on
19th.
19th on
Friday.
Friday. So
Are
y'all
you
leave
gonna
me alone.
you
Of
gonna
course,
beat the whole
yes.
game?
I'm gonna try to.
He's gonna no life it before we talk on Saturday.
Do you
Well, we
think you
might.
can do that with that? With like, do you think it's gonna be that short of a game?
No, I don't think it's gonna be that short of a game. It's just that I'm gonna stay up that long. There's a big difference between the game being short and my willpower to stay up for as long as I can to play it.
That's a energy drink fueled Friday night.
Like that's like me getting Mountain Dew and playing. No, I mean no, that's a me taking a nap and going to sleep early Thursday to wake up at midnight for the to play the game.
I'm gonna take a crap load of melatonin right now so I can sleep so I can play this game later.
That's you joke.
I joke, but
That's exactly the goal is to sleep early on Thursday to wake up right at midnight to play the game.
living the dream.
What else do I have to do? Is my thing. Like
Your pool.
as long as you're taking. I said my brother's name.
Yep.
You said it twice, I think.
No, I didn't. I said it once.
I'm pretty sure I heard it twice.
Well, we corrected it then the other time then. Anyways, if the only thing I have to do is take care of my brother, and for the most part, he just plays his game all day. As long as he takes care of Vader, that's fine with me. Okay, he can do whatever he wants.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Yes.
Yes, I do. Anyways, but that's gonna be my Friday and Saturday, and then
Next weekend.
we'll see how close I am to beating it
If we need to.
before if we need to move it back a day or not, or if I'm not close to beating it at all, then we'll just still record and I'll just go from there. But that one we'll play by ear.
Fair enough. We'll kind of see how the cookie crumbles next week.
Right. So, yeah. What was some other good games that we saw on there? There was that weird like Asian-y like colorful game that looked really good too. I forgot what it was called, but it was something in the Spirit Staff where the chick's like using magic and she had like a really like oh.
Oh, he's dying. Oh no. Oh, he died bad.
No, I got something stuck in my throat.
Oh, okay. Are you okay?
Yeah, I just had to drink my water and cough.
Okay.
Did you do the Heimlich maneuver?
Yeah,
I won't be able to get there on time.
Thank you, Mage. I appreciate that.
I'll call someone to help you. I'll call that and be like, "Hey, Ghost needs some help. He dying."
Considering taking that much time out of your day to come help me, I appreciate it. Anyways, I forgot what it was called, but it looked really good. What's something else that looked? Something else that looked really good. I really like the Gran Turismo looks good, but it's just like basically, I mean, those games lose its like fun after like 10 minutes, pretty much. Like yeah, I like them, but for the most part, like Gran Turismo just like gets boring after a while.
Yeah, it's just kind of driving after some point. Like, it looks good, but meh.
Let's do something else.
Okay. Speaking of driving, do we have time to talk about NASCAR for a second and that whole dumpster fire?
About NASCAR losing like 85% of its fan base or whatever.
Like,
because they're all racist and they got rid of the Confederate flag.
Yeah, no.
Good riddance, honestly.
God, I hate that. Like the only reason why I like watching NASCAR is because I would watch it on Sundays while hungover. Okay, and just hearing like the car engines like roaring around and like going around. I don't know why, but it made me always fall asleep.
Between NASCAR, like golf, like my dad was watch golf or C-SPAN whenever they'd take a nap on Sunday after church.
Mm-hmm. That's literally me now.
Yeah,
I'm
but
okay with that.
like, it's just crazy how many people on my Facebook feed are just like, oh my goodness, they've taken my heritage out of NASCAR, and it's like, well,
It's like, dude, that your heritage was 5 years. I shared this thing on Facebook
yeah,
the other day. It was like my emo phase or my goth phase lasted longer than stupid the Confederacy did.
yeah,
Like it's stupid.
disco lasted longer.
It's not their heritage. They're just racist.
Yeah,
Well,
like, yeah, they're people be crazy, man. It's just falling down those rabbit holes of reading those comments sections on those posts is just like, if you feel bad about yourself, go read some of those and you'll feel better.
it's like watching the Tiger King. If you feel bad about yourself, go watch the Tiger King. You'll feel a lot better about yourself then.
My life's really not that bad.
Like things are bad, but they're not that bad. It's kind of my mentality when watching the Tiger King. Like it was funny, but then you realize like they're not acting.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're legit.
Like this is real life, and they're just this stupid. You know, that's whenever it's like real bad. But
The big oof. Just big oof.
Is it bad that I haven't finished Tiger King yet?
no, it's fine. Like
I think I got to like episode 4. It was whenever like the douchebag dude with the glasses shows up.
I've already forgot it. I already forgot most of it. Like to be honest, Tiger King was just a fad for me, and like I just wanted to watch it because everybody else was watching it, kind of thing. I like being hip to memes. Is literally my thing.
I want to know what's going on the internet.
So I can make memes about it.
That's fair.
That's my thing.
Okay, sorry to like go
No, it's fine.
other route. All right, so we're sitting at about an hour 7.
All right, let's go ahead and jump into our wins of the week. Conan Jones, what is your win of the week?
I guess my wife and I went to Home Depot yesterday and we bought a grill. So I need to like go get some propane and propane accessories and start cooking.
Yeah.
Part of my yard work today was cleaning a spot for the grill to end up and live in.
Nice. What kind of grill did you get?
It is a 2-burner. I don't even remember what.
Oh, it's a tiny grill. It's a baby grill.
It's a decent size grill. It just only has 2 burners, but it's propane. It has like a little side, like a shelf on the side that you would normally just like put your stuff on, you know, but it has like a gas burner, like a range on it, which I thought was kind of weird, but it was the cheapest one that they had that was also in a box. So we kind of just made it work. Like the one that we actually wanted, they had like already put together, but it wouldn't fit in my car already put together. So we had to get something else.
Had to do it
we had to get the more expensive one that would fit in the car, and it was already in a box. So
wow.
So yeah,
I'm glad you got a grill. So you could do some grilling then.
Yeah.
We can have the low scale vacation. I don't know if we're actually going to be able to do low scale vacation. The more I'm like looking into it, the more I'm just like,
probably.
I don't think we're going to be able to do this.
We had the most coronavirus tests positive on Friday this year in Oklahoma. It was like over 200. Most positive coronavirus tests.
So you're telling me that we should leave the state?
I'm telling you, Arkansas is just as bad too. So like,
who's going to
around us as
Arkansas?
well.
Wait a minute. Who's going to Arkansas?
Well, I'm just saying. I was giving an example. I haven't read the things at Texas, but I'm sure it's just as bad as Texas. Coronavirus is still here, guys.
Shocker, more at 11.
Keep your mask on.
Just because
our country opened too early. We already knew this, but no one listened.
Coronavirus isn't over with. Just
it doesn't magically disappear once we open the country.
Yeah.
Did you see the? Speaking of coronavirus, the oh my gosh, my words.
Use your big people words.
What is the word I'm looking for? The release or whatever that people have to sign if they're going to the Trump rally in Tulsa.
Oh my God.
And it's you can't sue anybody if you get coronavirus because you're out in public.
Mage, that's up in your neck of the woods. Are you going to go see your boy, Donald Trump?
My boy, Donald Trump.
Friend of the show.
Friend of the show.
Hell no, yeah.
Could you imagine if he actually listens to our show? Like, I'll be honest. I'd be, as much as I don't like him, I'd be pretty hyped for it
these
if
guys
the listen to our show.
Best podcast in the world. I know these guys. These are great guys.
Oh God. Never mind. I don't want him listening to our show.
He'd be like, they're all great white guys. Even though we talk about our heritage all the time.
We do all the time.
I listen all the time.
They're all white. They're all great, wonderful people.
Oh my God.
All three support the Republican Party completely.
Oh my God.
They're great Americans.
This is real life.
My Trump impression is not very good. I apologize.
Oh, Mages was a lot better than what I was expecting it to be.
But neither were good.
I mean, you're not wrong, but still.
Ghost, we got to hear your Trump impression now.
No, I don't want to do it. I don't think I have a good one.
Got to work on it for next week then.
Okay, I'll do that.
We'll wait with bated breath.
Thank you.
Okay, so yeah, that's my win. All right, who wants to go next? I gotta go. Mage.
Mage, what's yours?
Honestly, I don't have like a big old win this week. It was kind of a rougher week, but I mean, I've been reading a lot. Like I said, like I've been.
Nerd.
I finished 2 more books. It's been good.
You're not a
It's like
nerd for reading, Mage.
For reading.
I'm proud of you.
Huh?
Expand your knowledge base. Not unlike Ghost, who
to-
doesn't read anything and is a jerk.
I used to read all the time, all the time, and I just kind of stopped. And I will say one thing of this coronavirus stuff is that I picked up reading again, and I've read so much.
Well, that's good.
Good.
Glad you know how to read now.
Oh, thanks.
All right, so my win this week is a pretty big one, pretty one that I'm happy about, and I've kind of talked about it on the show, but I haven't really talked about it that much because I didn't want to be one. I didn't talk about it because I didn't want to jinx myself, and 2, just because I didn't feel like it was appropriate to talk about. I don't know, but I have finally, after a year and a half long, I have finally got permanent guardianship of my little brother.
Yeah.
And it's good times, and it's really nice.
Did you take your brother out for a steak dinner after?
Yes, we did. We went to me, him, and my grandma went to Chili's afterwards. Okay, this is really funny. So we went to Chili's afterwards. I had a ribeye, whatever. I told him, I was like, all right, we're celebrating. You can have whatever you want. He took that as he can eat whatever he wants. So he was like, Lord, did he not just go to town with eating different things?
I want ice cream for dinner.
He was just he was sitting there. He was like, what can I have? And I was like, whatever you want. He was like, I want a bowl of chili or a cup of chili, a burger, and some fries. I was like, okay, that's fine. My grandma always gets the queso cheese dip thing, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So that's fine too. And I mean, I swear when I say this, my brother ate literally half of it.
Sounds about right.
So afterwards, my grandma gave him some pocket money or whatever. Gave him like $7. And he was just like, "Can we go to the store before we get home and so I could buy some hot fries?" Whatever, that's fine.
Oh,
so
boy.
I figured that he was gonna just be like smart and save them for later. And this is where I think that like whenever I say like, "Hey, my brother's kind of smart," that I'm always gonna remember this. So he goes in there and he buys a Gatorade, a big Gatorade, a big bag of hot fries, and a beef jerky. Like it was like $7.25. He was happy. Okay, whatever. You get home. I was like, okay, I'm gonna take a nap now because I'm really tired. And he took that as okay. So no, I take naps normally throughout the day, anyways. He eats all of that after having all that food he had at Chili's. Yeah.
Jesus.
So I wake up about an hour and a half later or so. He's like, "Brother, I'm not feeling good."
Yeah, of course.
and I mean just unloaded into the toilet twice. And I was sitting there and he came out and was like, "I don't know what happened." And I was like, "You really don't know what happened?"
I'll tell you what happened.
I was like, "I know exactly what happened." And he's just like, "What?" And I was like, "How did you eat all that stuff that I told you not to eat?" He was like, "Well, yeah, you told me I could eat whatever I wanted today." And like, there you go. That's what happened.
You learned a valuable lesson.
I learned a lesson. So since then, I've been asking him. I was like, "So what lesson did you learn?" I was like, "When you give me permission to eat something, I should still know my limit on it." And I was like, "There you go."
It's like, use some common sense there, kid.
Like, oh man, it was. I felt bad for him for a little bit. Then I remembered that he ate stuff after me telling him not to. So then I don't feel bad for him.
You done it to yourself,
10,000
kid.
calories worth of food.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
day.
That's funny.
So, but yeah, when are we having this barbecue, Conan Jones?
I need to break it in first. I'll let you know.
Yeah, exactly. You got to break it in with having a barbecue.
Yeah, exactly. So once I get it perfected and broke in, I'll let you know, and then y'all can have some good stuff.
You got to do this family barbecue first.
We are family.
Oh, yeah.
I thought we were, but I guess we're not.
I mean,
damn. It's like I was in the
and everything. Got real depressed there after that really good win of Ghost.
Right? Conan just doesn't think it was his family, I guess. That sucks. All right. Well, thank you guys very much for listening. You can follow us on Twitter.
Why is this my fault?
iTunes and Spotify at Let's Go Gaming. If you have a question or something you want to talk about in our next podcast, go ahead and leave us a tweet or email us at lowscalegaming.com. But thank you guys again. And remember, have a great day and a better tomorrow.
I don't know what happened.